As you probably know by now, the NCAA hit Alabama with 3 years probation today for major violations in its textbook distribution process. As a result, the football team must vacate 21 wins from 2005 to 2007, and it will pay a fine of $43,000. Let's be honest, though, Nick Saban probably has that in his wallet right now. The school really escapes any major punishment. It did not lose any scholarships in any sport, and it's free to play in the postseason. So the present and future of the football program appears to be just fine as long as they don't have any major violations in the next 5 years. In all, the NCAA Infractions Committee said 201 athletes were involved in the textbook scandal. 22 were found to be, quote, intentional wrongdoers, the big abusers being football players who used their scholarships to get free textbooks for friends. Committee Chairman Paul D. thinks the punishment was fair.
We try to find the most appropriate penalty to penalize those who were involved. The University of Alabama, in this particular case, had a problem that was just magnified by the number of athletes that were involved, and the system that they had in place had what I might consider a gap in it, and the student athletes took advantage of it.
Well, Athletic Director Mal Moore said the school is considering an appeal. President Robert Witt thought the punishment was too harsh. Coach Nick Saban, who was at a golf tournament in Birmingham today, was relatively positive about this decision. He'll have his coaching record altered because his first year with the Tide was in 2007, but he's glad the program can now move on.
We're always happy to be able to move on, and we're looking forward to the future and excited about the things that we can accomplish. And as I said, I don't think this is going to affect the vision of the program or the student athletes that are in the program or that we're recruiting.
Well, let's recap. The Tide on 3 years probation. That bumps them back into that 5-year repeat violators window, so they're going to have to be careful. The vacated wins, 21 games, essentially any game in which any of the 7 football players labeled as intentional wrongdoers played in. That includes the 2005 Cotton Bowl win over Texas Tech and an upset of Florida earlier that season. Opponents' records will not be affected. They'll stay the same. Now, the fine is $43,900, the approximate value of the books, but as I said, no scholarship losses, and the Tide is eligible for any postseason games.